Tons. But we're talking about the same group of people that need to control your thinking. They just need to control how you think. So they're going to slander capitalism because nobody gets out there and does shit. They don't do nothing. The people that get out there and swing hammers and manage crews and actually turn around and build some shit or turn around and actually create stuff that change and affect people. No. They're creating policies and rules. And for that reason, they got to get the bread. They should be making the money.
Congresswoman Pressley, do you support...
Oh, shit.
Sir.
Don't get it confused. That was her husband. He did that. That was her husband. That was let's see it one more time.
Congresswoman Pressley, do you support...
Oh, shoot.
My phone out of my hand. Sir. Congresswoman Pressley, do you support President Trump investigating Somali child care fraud in Minnesota? Congresswoman Pressley.
Okay, welcome back. That was the husband of far-left Democrat squad lawmaker Congresswoman Ayanna Pressley. Her husband slapped the phone out of a reporter's hands on Monday after he was asking simple questions about rampant fraud in Minnesota. We should point out Pressley's husband has previously spent 10 years in prison on felony drug trafficking charges. Joining us now from House Ways and Means, Congresswoman Claudia Tenney.
Hold on, slow down. That part I did not even pre-read. Like, I didn't know that. But like, I heard the video, but I didn't see what they just said about her husband. Okay, so I heard some of, when I'm getting stuff ready for the show, I hear things and then I miss things. I'm like, oh, okay, that's good, great. I respond to it. The reason why this is so surprising, just hang in there with me, because I got one more video and you're gonna see how corrupt this shit is right now. You're gonna see it. Okay, let's go back just a little bit. Pressley, let's talk about her husband. Hold on, one more time.
Rampant fraud in Minnesota. We should point out Pressley's husband has previously spent 10 years in prison on felony drug trafficking charges. Joining us now from House Ways and Means, Congresswoman Claudia Tenney. Congresswoman,
felony drug trafficking charges. Her husband.
Great to see you. What's your reaction to this? Why can't a Democrat answer a simple question about fraud? We should point out this happened on the same day the Trump White House announced it's freezing $10 billion in federal funds on child care in Minnesota, California, Illinois, New York, and Colorado. What's your reaction to this story?
Yeah, well, obviously it's completely offensive to all Americans when you see the type of fraud you're seeing in Minnesota, 200, 300 million, maybe $1 billion or more in these programs that are really designed for needy people with no oversight, many of them through the pandemic era, many not paid attention to by Governor Walz. And that's why Trump is looking in, President Trump and the administration are looking into states with notoriously high Medicaid and high expenses on these programs, like New York's exploding Medicaid, same with California, same with Illinois and also Colorado. And
so you doing this investigation, the Trump administration is doing an investigation, and they're investigating you. I mean, they're investigating all these fraud things that are coming out. Minnesota. I saw California the other day. I said I wasn't going to get deep into this, and I really wanted this to be a fun program. I wanted to laugh. I got some other ones to play, but I got to pause for a minute because for whatever reason, we're as people that are African American, black people, or even people in general. I mean, it's not even a black or white thing. There's some confusion with what's going on, what's really taking place in Minnesota. Her husband. I just got to posture this so you can really truly see what I'm about to show you. Her husband now. Bedtime. But they believe in grace. And I believe in grace also. But this is the new. Just watch.
This is a Fox News alert. It looks like Ilhan Omar isn't the only millionaire squad member. Now, our team dug into open secrets and financial disclosure reports. What we found is that when Ayanna Pressley was elected to Congress back in 2018, she had a negative net worth. You fast forward to today, she's worth $1.3 million with assets worth up to $8 million. Now, that's a massive increase in just 6 years, especially for someone on a $174,000 congressional salary. It's impressive, really, but how did she do it? Well, part of
they coming for y'all. They coming for all of them. I'm telling you, they coming for all of them, yo. And it's crazy. The reason why it's so crazy, last week I was talking about Ilhan Omar and the money that just miraculously all of a sudden her husband has, all of this money, all of this business. Before that, I was talking about Nancy Pelosi, 177 million. They will turn over every rock because I keep saying it like I'm always saying it. Minnesota is a honey hole.
Congratulations. Well done.
It's a fraud honey hole. It's not just any honey hole.
Oh, no.
What he's doing is, this has less to do with illegals. Illegals that's probably the icing. That's probably the little stuff that's on the cake right there. I'm talking about the actual cake. This is the bread. When you chop down the bread and you take away the money, you make it harder for them to move. So they're losing money and losing votes. Because when you start deporting the people out that vote for them, now you're taking all the power away. And this is Game of Thrones, Nick.
Oh, no.
This is Game of Thrones, Nick. I'm trying to tell you. Game of Thrones.
Its property in 2024, Pressley reported owning a Martha's Vineyard rental worth up to $5 million, as well as multiple Boston rentals worth up to $1 million each. Now, for context, back in 2019, she only reported owning one property in Boston. We're also learning days before Pressley was sworn into Congress, her husband quit his $92,000 annual Boston City Hall job to start his own consulting firm.
Days before. First of all, if he is a federal, we didn't even talk about this. I thought he had Fed charges and did 10 years. How is he employed down at the city of Boston? Like, help. And he was moving drugs. So help me understand this. Help me.
Called Conan Harris and Associates. And as we read more of the Congresswoman's financial disclosure reports, we learn that her husband also saw his income jump while he was in Washington. His client list consists of some government organizations, including one with deep ties to the Obama Foundation. But as he started his firm and seeked new clients, he faced ethics concerns because of Pressley's job in Congress. Quote, as Harris's days dwindled in the city's Office of Public Safety, he used his city-issued email account to pitch Walsh's chief of staff on staying on as a consultant. City officials say they did not solicit nor accept the offer, and state ethics laws bar municipal employees from knowingly using official resources for personal gain. Now, we asked Pressley for comment, and we even invited her on. She did not answer. But Fox Business anchor David Asman joins me now. He's been looking over this information. And David, there's nothing wrong with gaining financial resources. We see this a lot in Congress, but there are questions.
Well, and you go back to the 1930s, the last when movies began. Mr. Smith Goes to Washington. I mean, it's happened for a long time. It happens in both the right and left. But what's so rich is that this is coming from anti-capitalist squad members.
Yes.
People who spent their life denigrating our capitalist system and saying how bad it was. In fact, Congresswoman Pressley came out with an ex-post just a year ago. She and her fellow squad members, of course, constantly condemn capitalism. But she says Donald Trump and Musk want big banks and bad actors to run rampant and take people for a ride. They want to pillage the government and make themselves rich. Well,
so let's be clear. Between her real estate portfolio that she has, and she's been making bank off of her real estate rental cash flow, simultaneously passing legislation, legislation. Oh my gosh. Why? To go against, what is it? Institutional investors. When I tell you that this is insanity, she's making the same bread off of investing as an institution on her LLC and her company and her husband's consulting company. while simultaneously attacking the same type of institutions that are making bread like she's making bread. How do you go and you scale a portfolio that big and your husband he got charges? Like the dude did fed time. He did fed time, bro. And he came in down in Boston City Hall. Now he's soliciting everybody or being a consultant for people off of the back of her position as a representative in Congress. The way they get bread is different than the way investors, business owners get bread. And I keep saying that this is one of the biggest things that Trump has against him. Because when people like Trump, like a Elon Musk, like even a Bill Gates and some of the other ones, when you create stuff, and then you have people who were considered more like the B student or the A student in school, right? They go and they create what they don't create stuff. They use this same system to line their pockets through it. They're like, this doesn't come from creating anything and bringing any value to the world. That's all that I'm saying. No value has been brought. No value has been presented, and you will not see any value. And I knew this was the case when I saw Alex Hormozy's book skyrocket through the the fictional bestsellers, right? Well, nonfiction bestsellers, top 10 in the nonfiction bestseller list. You figure as a nonfiction bestseller book, Alex Hormozy, who is a business person, entrepreneur, jets past all these politicians that are in the top 10 nonfiction bestsellers. Yeah, the Michelle Obamas, the Barack Obamas, the George Bushes, just pass them. Kamala Harris, all of them. See, and I didn't want to make this a heavy deal, but I got to say it like, honestly, man, this should tell you why you got to get serious about what you do when it comes to your job, when it comes to your skills, when it comes to your relationship with God, when it comes to how you maneuver in these next years that are coming up. I felt God pressing on me about this. That's why I'm out here streaming on this about it. I'm not doing it just because I'm here to just do it, bro. I'm not. Honestly, I would prefer not to even be out here in the stratosphere talking this. But I know and I see it that the biggest change is taking place right now. Whether you're looking at it through the lens of AI or look at it through the lens of large corporations collapsing right now. Let's say collapsing, taking away tiers of management and bringing in things like robots to replace workers or so they don't have to hire workers. Amazon. This is no joke. So these people are not going to go build a business that rivals anything. They're going to turn around and they're going to make you, the taxpayer, pay for that. They're going to make us. They're going to use ways through federal funds to garner their wealth and grow it. Because the fastest way to being a millionaire right now is becoming a politician.
Congratulations. Well done.
Well done. Well done. Well done. I'm gonna play this.
She's the one who's been pillaging the government. Now, again, we're not suggesting she's going in and stealing funds or anything like that. But the fact that she got rich off of her contacts in government, her husband got rich consulting with members of the business community and others, perhaps some people who were taking grants. That's, by the way, we saw that with Lee Zeldin, the EPA commissioner. When he came in, he found out that right before Biden left office in December of 2024, he was spending billions of dollars. A lot of that money was going directly to friends, to acquaintances within the Democratic community that learned how to go in and write grants that would get accepted, making millions and millions of dollars each one of them. So this.
Y'all know about those people. Y'all all know somebody that writes grants. Y'all all know somebody that. You seen them on Facebook. I know you've seen them on Twitter. They like. Sometimes it's like, hey, we're going to write, I'm going to show you how to write grant to make XYZ amount of money. Where do you think they're getting this from? Where do you think this comes from? This is nothing more than another way to hustle the system, because now you're putting your trust in the system to get you that grant money.
This has been going on for a while.
And I'm not saying don't go for grant money. I'm not saying God can't use. I'm not saying that at all. But they're taking that same system and they're using it.
I should mention that Pressley's kind of a poor gal next to her friend Ilhan Omar, because Ilhan Omar is worth up to $30 million right now, and she went from basically a flat negative, if not negative point when she came into Congress. She also has a husband who's a consultant. He was working with progressive leftists who, again, have this anti-capitalist creed, which they live and die by.
Anti-capitalists that are really capitalists that rob you. This is like BLM all over again.
Congratulations.
You know when they made y'all, remember when they made y'all send your money to BLM and it was the summer of love? By the way, we in the winter of wackiness. That's what I coined it.
Oh no.
This is the same thing. It's just the same thing, a different level. And when you're struggling, when you're trying to put food on the table, take care of your bills, do all these different things that you need to do for your family and make this. Think about this. These are the same people that say they understand your plight. Trump is bad. You're right. This is nothing more than a racist movement. We got to stop ICE. Block ICE. That's all they got for you. That's all they got for you. What I'm telling you is that you're not looking and seeing the largest evolution since the rise of the internet taking place right now. You're not. Everything that I do on this content is done through AI in various different ways. I use it in so many different levels, and this is a complete different conversation. So many. I took the time to do a prompt class because I knew in real estate, I can sit back and call and sell you a program all day, wholesaling program, and let them just make a wholesale $29.99. Just go right over here and get it. Nah. I'm going to give you some free stuff. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you free stuff. But guaranteed, most of the stuff that I make and I create is through AI. Learning how to use these platforms instead of being afraid of them. They know what's coming. That's why they're positioning themselves to get the bag.
But apparently, it's very easy to condemn capitalism when you're making millions of dollars. And of course, we have to mention the grand dam of all this, which is Ms. Pelosi, who's worth about $275 million, at least $275 million, with her husband Paul, who you know, he's a good investor, but she's come to him, I'm sure, with excellent inside information that we're not allowed to trade on, but members of Congress still do. And there are certain trades that she and her husband made that clearly were based on information she was getting about credit card companies that were going to have a particular advantage that other companies didn't have. So this has got to stop. We've tried to stop it time and time again. Again, going back decades and decades, it never seems to work properly. Schweizer has done his best to try to come out with revealing stuff, but we're going to continue to investigate and put pressure on the politicians to stop this once and for all.
David Asman, thank you. Lots of questions here.
Everything is being flipped over upside down. Don't think that these guys are running around Minnesota screaming and doing all this stuff. Some of these guys did not have to die simply because this is all about the brand. This is all about mammon. This is all about getting that money. I'm telling you. And I could get on here and just continuously say this and this and point your attention to it, which I'll do it. I'm going to chop this up and put it out there. But I really want you to really get this. The time and energy that you spend with your family and going to work and doing your job, you must double down and learn these things that are coming out. You got to learn the AI. You got to learn how to make content with visual, audio. You got to get somewhere in there and find where you fit and what you like. And if you have a business, use it to leverage the business. If you want to learn more about it, add it as a skill set and skills. I'm telling you. I was actually, I don't even say that, but I've had so many, I've gotten interest from people just off of when I put prompt engineering on my resume. And the craziest part about it, I'm not even looking for a job. It's on my LinkedIn. It's just there because I took the time to learn it. I learned it so I can actually, in essence, kind of tell people and show them and then put it to use. Hopefully they'll listen, because what's happening here, these are just the people, the elites getting themselves in position with their bread and their money. And if nobody goes and tells anybody, if we don't tell each other, if this is not shared, if the stigmatism doesn't have, you're going to have, if we don't talk about this, you're going to have people like I saw the other day. This chick had 21,000 likes on an AI photo or video, and everybody in the comments thought it was that it was real except for one. I'm like, damn. God help me. If you don't know AI, if you don't learn AI, you're not going to know AI. And I'm going to tell you, you're not going to be able to identify AI. And when you can't identify AI, then you're going to believe everything you freaking see. And Trump ain't wrong. And I don't get on camera donning my mega hat because honestly, I kind of felt like influencers or content creators who do that, they're just leveraging, the Trump brand, the Trump. I got a bunch of them. I wear them out. I don't, I don't need you to see the hat and to say, oh, he's a Trump guy. No, we don't do this for Trump. I don't worship Trump. I think he's stellar. I keep saying he's a triple threat. I'm telling you. He is a triple threat. The combination of business, the combination of politics and entertainment, they all intermerge right there on that guy.